Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. We're going to see looping process calling cloud integration. Before moving with cloud integration, let's see how NorthWind OData v2 API behaves in browser. So I have just made a call to the NorthWind server to get the list of orders using this orders endpoint, and at the end I can see I have received a next tag saying the link and the skip token. So it means to get the next set of records, I have to use skip token as 10447. Now 10447 is nothing but your order ID. So as you can see, we have retrieved orders till order ID 10447. And in our next call, we want to retrieve the next set of records starting from 10448. So we'll just put this parameter skip token as 10447. So as you can see, now we are getting order ID starting from 10448. Similarly, at this end of the payload, we'll get to see here the skip token value is 10647. So it means we have retrieved the orders till 10647. So let's put this again to retrieve the order starting from 10648. Sorry, we have to put actually 10647 that was provided in the skip token. Yeah. So 10648 we have received. Now again, let's see the next link. What's saying? So skip token value would be 10847. So we are getting the order starting from 10848. And now the skip token value is 11047. So 11047 order we have already received, and so I want to get order starting from 11048. So skip token value would be 11047. And let's see if we have anything left. No. So here at the end we are not getting any next link, so it means it has provided all the results. So our last record number is 11077. Now let's move to cloud integration. Now here I have defined an iflow. So basically I have a start timer, then there is a process call. Mind it, it's a process call, not looping process call I am using first. And then there is a local process integration process that I am calling using this process call. So basically I have put all my logic in this local integration process, and I am calling this local integration process using this process call. And here what I have done in the request reply, I am just connecting with the NorthWind server to get the orders, and then in the filter step I am just determining the count of the order. So as order ID is unique for each order, I am expecting the order ID field, so I am just putting count over there, and then I am sending it to my sample webhook site. Now if I just deploy this, now I have deployed the flow and open the iFlow in the trace mode, And let's see what happened. So here we can see it went to the OData call, and let's see the OData call. So basically this is the result after the first call, where we can see we are getting the order starting from 10248, and again here we are getting the next link as 10447. This behavior is similar to our browser. Now the auditor receiver adapter internally made the second call based on the receive skip token. Okay, so here you can see 10847 and before, so 10847. So we can see different. So this is the first call, and this is the second call, 10447, and then 647, eight four seven, and 11047. So this calling of the next link is internally handled in the OData API. So at the end of this OData adapter, what we'll see the whole payload. So the order ID starting from 10248 till the end. So let me just find 1047. Yeah, sorry, the last order number was 1077. 1077 was our. So we'll getting start from the starting order to the last order. Now here, as you can see, in the webhook site, we have received the count at 830. You can directly check from this HTTP adapter. So the count that we are getting at the end of this call is 830 records. Now let's use looping process call instead of process call. So similar to the previous flow, most of the steps are similar, except here instead of process call I am using looping process call, and here we have defined the condition expression to check if any more record exist. So basically it says not twint dot orders dot has more records. Now the format is property dot receiver name. Here the receiver name is not twint for the OData call, and the channel name is OData. OData channel name is order. So here property dot not twin, as my receiver name was not twin and ordered is my channel name, has no record, then continue. And it's a default value, maximum number of iteration 100, and action when maximum iteration reached, it will throw an exception. But as we have seen, like just I think 4 to 5 calls to get the end of the result, so we will not get any error for this. So now here in the OData channel, as you can see, I have not changed any settings. So without this, if I just deploy this, again we're going to get the same amount of records at the end of our HTTP call. So I'm going to deploy this. So here in the webhook site, I can see I have still received 830 after deploying the looping process called flow. Now let's change some setting. Now if I just check this process in pages and deploy it again, in that case we are going to receive a few calls. So I am at the webhook site, and as you can see, I have received 5 new calls after changing the config as process in pages. So first I received 200, next 200, then 200, then 200, and at the end 30. Okay, so the page size set by the server is 200. So for each call we are getting 200 records, and at the end of the page, right, there are there are not 200 records available. So we just got 30. So first 4 pages we got 200 records. Starting from this one, 200, 200, 200, 200, at the end we got just 30 records. That makes 830. Now that space size is defined by the server where we are getting 200. So this space size we haven't defined it. Now we can also manipulate this. For example, I want to get 150 records, okay, instead of 200. So we can do this. So we can change this config for that. So here there is a page size field available where we can define page size, and that becomes a client pagination instead of service pagination. So in that case, we will be using top and skip method. Internally, that will be handled by the OData adapter. So it will make a call to NOT-twin server saying top equals to 150. Then in the next call, it will say top equals to 150 and skip equals to 150. So let's see in action. Also I'll show it you from the trace mode. So I'm just going to deploy it first, and let's see whether we are getting 150 records per call after this change or not. So here we have received some calls. So here you can see 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, and then 80. Okay, so starting from here, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 5 150, that makes 750 plus 80, that makes 830. So this is our trace mode. Here we can see we have received top as 151, skip as 0. Okay, so it's starting from 10248, and at the end we received how many records? 150. Similarly, for the next call, it used top as 151 and skip is 150. In the next call, 151 and skip is 300. Top is 151 and skip is 450. One 51 and skip is 600. Top is 151 and skip is 750. And at the end we can see in the exchange property northwind order has more records has been set as false. Here in the previous steps we will see northwind orders has more records was set as true. Yeah, so let's see. Now we have reduced the page size to 10. Now if we here as you can see it's making call, but it's always saying top equals to page size plus 1. So it's basically uh, as I said, it's handled internally how to get all the list of records, and the client pagination has been implemented by cloud integration internally. So here what it's doing, instead of saying top equals to page size, it's always keeping a one the reference of the last record mainly. So here we have defined the page size equals to 10, but instead it's saying top equals to 11 and skip equals to 0. Now here I have just simulated the same thing here in this browser. So if I just say like top equals to 11 and skip equals to 0, indeed we'll get 11 records, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the 11th record, that is 10258, right? 10258. So here you can see here in also in the payload we will be able to see the last record as 10258. But if we put the page size that is a 10, we'll see the last record is 10257. So that is the one that is expected. But as you can see, when it's sending the payload to the next step, we will not get 10258. It's just keeping it for internal reference to do the pagination. Here you will see we'll get only 10 records. So here I am getting starting from order ID 10248, and at the end I am getting 10257. So this is what we exactly expect the same way. Similarly, as you can see here, we have in the webhook site we have received new 83 calls actually. So 83 into 10, 830. So every call is having 10 records, and that's the order count we are getting over here. Now let's remove the page size and also see the trace when you are using the server pagination. That means we are not defining the page size, and as we have seen previously, it's actually having 200 records uh, as a page size in the server. So let's just enable and deploy this once again and see the trace. Yeah, so here we have deployed it again, and now we can see the first request URL is orders, and obviously the next URL will be using the skip token that we have received in the payload. So at the end of the payload, we'll be seeing the next link with skip token, and then before executing the next call, it will actually do the all the process step that we have in the filter, that we have in the local integration process. So here I just remove the HTTP call to webhook now for now. So I'm just having the filtered step. Okay. So in the filter step, I have received the count as 200. Then again here we are getting the same request URL that we have received in the next call. Here also in the exchange property, we'll see not twin orders has more records has been set as true. That's why it went ahead and executed the looping process call again. So in the looping process call, we had this OData adapter step where um, it executed the next link, uh, and this continues until we reached at the end where we actually saw the property has been set as false. Yeah, that's all for this video. Thank you.